Okay, there we go. For some reason, it turned itself off. Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now? Okay, we will continue on. By the way, I will not be here next week, but we will have the replay of the full moon event. So I suggest you still watch it, especially if you haven't seen it, and sit with your feet flat on the floor and listen to it and connect to that as it's connecting through the full moon and the biophotonic immersion at that time. Next, we have Grateful Being, and hopefully Rio, Luna, and Rachel are with us today. So let's begin. Blood flow, 3-part process. Blood flow to the brain. Throat chakra. And C3, 4, and 5. Nasal, throat, and chest, T1 to T5. Immunity, T1 to T8. To fight off viruses, fight off the viral replication with zinc and vitamin C and vitamin D, and iodine for immune system. Grateful Being. And you're welcome. Clay baths is good for viruses because the clay electromagnetically disrupts viruses. And for Tracy, focusing on osteoporosis. So what I've been recommending that is working is the Cissus quadrangularis. I actually have this product even in topical, Living Silica Mineral Blend Topical, or the liquid, which is great. And the Grow Bone Kit, have you tried that? I think you did. Then there's the Algae Cal and the Osteo Herb from Dr. Winston. So, bones. T1 for the bones. GV20 for the growth hormone. C6, C7 bone turnover. Kidney is also Chinese for the bones. 1, 2, and 3. Left side stone. Apple cider vinegar, we'll look into that. Strong immune system, T1 to T8. I am presuming you can all hear me now. Yes, I found the problem. So we see Olmec, my dulcet tones, okay. And Grateful Being, Divine Stranger, Divine Harmony, my crowd, Engaged Mind, Friendly Individual. Happy Mama, Intelligent Person, Edna. Hello, Edna, how are you doing? Red light therapy through a product called The Torch from a company called Soleilwell.com, SOLEILWELL.com. Okay, let's continue. L2 for the kidneys for Tracy. Hydration with electrolytes. C1 and GB13. And Ferris, tap for your mom, eyesight. So ouch point for the eyes right away. Good to see you. C3 for the eyes, facial artery for the eyes. C1 to 5, T5 for the heart, T6 for the diaphragm, cervical and lumbosacral spine, C1 to C7, brachial plexus and the lumbosacral plexus as well. And let's take a look to see if any of the social media is working, and 608 should be okay. Okay. And let's continue. Summits 100. Sounds like a new person. Okay, Edna, soft palate muscle strength. Taking anything orally that might strengthen or astringent for the throat. C3, 4, and 5. Speech, Broca and Wernicke areas. Dry mouth, C3, 4, and 5. Dry mouth, hydration with electrolytes. Distilled water. Excellent type of water. Turns the water into steam. You grab the steam, you leave everything else behind. T1 to T8 immune system. Lumbosacral plexus for the legs and ankles. Brachial plexus for the hands. Vertigo GV17 and MS for the arm, T1 to T8. Okay, and then tap for the husband's thyroid, C6, C7, C vegetables. So GV20, command point of the endocrine, and C6, C7, thyroid and parathyroid. T1 to T5 for the heart, GV20 for growth hormone, think, as I told you before, someone lived normal life with a hole in their heart. I think they just ended up being a little bit shorter, but the body worked around it and she was fine. T5 for the heart, CV17 for the heart. And let's check Facebook and social media. Christy, endometrial peritoneal cancer. Let's work on that. L1 to 5, S1 to 5. T9 liver, T9 right side liver, ascites, GV 19, 20, 21, 22, everything that processes and manages protein folding. Sunrise sunlight will help with that. C, nasal postnasal drip, C3, C4, small airway disease like bronchiectasis. T1 for the bones and craniosacral fluid to support the bones. Crystal Palace, also for Happy Mama, perfect blood, so let's do that right now as well. CV 19, 20, 21, 22, T1 for the bones. T1 to T12, L1 to L5, S1 to S5, tailbone 1 to 4. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully I'm not too close. Fatigue and allergies, T1 to T8 also for Christy. And Chi balanced hormones as well for Laura. Hypothalamus, pituitary. Sunrise, sunlight can balance your hormones as well. Perfect blood, T1 for the bones again, as well as the craniosacral fluid that we did, and the lymph, T3 for the lymph, T7 for the spleen and the lymph, T1 to T8, inflammation and much abundance, psoriatic arthritis, T1 to T8 as well, and much abundance, TB13 right side. Source of abundance is from within, so in tongue, third eye, connecting to your true self. So let me know that you got the message. Next week will be the full moon replay. You may not even notice because we'll have all of your requests in there anyway. I suggest you check it out, and if you haven't experienced the full moon event, which was done from a biophoton immersion state in Woburn, Massachusetts. And let me see. And here we go. Let's continue on. Divine harmony, no change. Good job, along with lozenges containing echinacea. Thank you. I have to leave now. Blessings, and we got you covered. Grateful being. Audio has been very good, which is great. Not sure how that got turned off. And let's continue for everyone. Friendly individual and engaged mind. These are the names people should really have. Blood flow to the brain. GB13 for anxiety. Digestive system, that's the lumbosacral plexus for the gut. T1 digestive system, anxiety also, which is the digestion, the gut-brain axis, so CV4. And engaged mind. And we'll do a little grounding for everyone. C6, C7, Hashimoto's tune-up, dry eyes. C3, 4, and 5. And clarity, C1, 2, and 3, and GB13 right side. And Intong third eye for clarity. And divine stranger, gastritis. So vertebral artery to the spinal artery for everyone. T1 to T8, any itis. And I think there are no connections happening on Facebook. Or YouTube. YouTube should be fine. YouTube is the only one working. Okay. All right, let's continue. Helpful local. Okay, great. edema. T3 for the lymph, T7 for the spleen, and let's do a complete lymph edema tune-up. 6 parts: sky window lymph, axillary lymph for the upper body, and inguinal lymph for the lower body, the legs, leaky veins. Maybe try the magnesium oil a lot and then cover it with socks and leave it overnight. Like a castor oil pack with magnesium. So leaky veins in eyes, leg cramps in early morning. So all that's about circulation. And do you have any hypertension? Helpful local. You do have the eye issues, I do remember that. C3, C4 for the eyes. Facial artery for the eyes. And ouch point for the eyes. And for the liver for the eyes as well. And then whole neck, T1 to T8, inflammation and prostate and bladder. Less pain and less urgency, that's good news. So, L3 for the prostate, S1 to S5 for the bladder. Wow, interesting. 12 viewers on YouTube, but nobody's talking. That's okay. Just watch and that's perfect, as long as it's working. Okay, so that's more for Olnek, Happy Mama, Divine Harmony, doing okay, no change, and Grateful Being, drinking zinc-infused tea, elderberry tea, which is great, vitamin C, D3, lozenges containing echinacea. Have to leave now. Kim C. Thank you for joining. And Sunny Gem. blood flow to the brain as we do in our process. January 17. Command points of the brain. And detox from mold. I just saw a plug-in device which prevents future mold. Not sure how it will clean up prior mold, but if you clean it up. But I will do more research. I'll find out for us right away. It's a plug-in device. It's basically a negative ion blast. And it makes sense. And it looks affordable. Of course, I'm on the infomercial, and you gotta watch about 15 hours of their infomercial before they get to the bottom line, but it looks good so far. T1, T8, clay baths, Sunny Gem. Binders, Pectisol. I think you said you're doing Pectisol. High fiber foods. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. And detox. T7 spleen, T9 liver. L2 for the kidneys. T3 for the sinuses. T1 to T8. C3, 4, and 5, and GB13 right side. We work on the liver and then deep despair. BH Herbals Company has herbal remedies for despair. And the microbiome for despair. Happy hormones come from the gut. T11, T12, L4, L5. And grounding to liver 3. Kidney 1. What can I share about daily pinch of borax? I think it sounds fine. I think but a different option is to put it as a bath. Okay. Sunny Gem, sure did. Let's check it out. Yep. T3, T1 to T8 for lungs, lung infections. Let's do some more of that. T3 for the lungs. Lung 1, lung 2 for the lungs. Chinese medicine, lung points. CV17 for the lungs and lung capacity. And again, T1 to T8, lung infections. grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1, liver 3, and T9 for the liver, also for a sunny gem. And let's check out our Facebook. Summits 100. Sounds good. Vagus nerve and digestion, so blood flow to the brain. Command points to the brain. Command points to the brain stem. T11, T12, T9, 10, 11, 12 for digestion, perfection. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Liver 3 on the top of the feet, kidney 1 on the bottom of the feet. And next, the vagus nerve, which is GB12 explicitly. What's going on with the vagus nerve? Vagus nerve, GB12, down the sky window, next to the phrenic nerve as well. And vagus nerve upper abdomen under the kidney 27, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So vagus nerve, kidney 27, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 on the top. And that's for the upper torso, and the lower torso, vagus nerve, kidney 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Long-term and acute stress, you need to relax, and I recommend the Relaxator, which was created by a stressed out engineer, and solve that problem through research of the Buteyko and other classical breathing techniques. Stress, GB13, right side. Longer exhales than inhales. If you count in 4, out 8. I think I'm going to start my sessions from now on with that breathing technique. Are you doing any breathing techniques for stress? Summits 100. Acute stress, so T1 to T12. T1 to T8 inflammation. inflammation, microbiome, T11, T12. Sunrise sunlight, like in your image, your icon there. And CV4 for the gut for inflammation as well. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. Thank you for joining Summits 100. Yes, still you cannot take baths, so a foot soak bath be just as helpful. Yes, absolutely. I'm not sure about the dosing 1/2 cup porridge to 2 gallons of water. It sounds like it'd be okay. I don't know. Sounds about right. And the other question is red light the same as a 635 nanometer red laser? It can be. Red light comes in different frequencies. The best ones for healing are 635 is one, 650, 680, 720, 850, those types of targets. A red laser is good. It creates coherence in a targeted area, so putting on acupressure points or points of pain, things like that. So let's do a complete craniosacral boost for everyone. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, craniosacral fluid. CV17, the brain stem, connection between the brain and the spinal cord. T1 for the bones and bone marrow as well. T1 to T12. Lumbar 1 to 5. Sacral 1 to 5. Tailbone 1 to 4. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And for everyone, beep beep, a oxygen tune-up for all inflammation. Sky window, phrenic nerve. So what are your goals for the boron or borax, Catherine? Inflammation, circulation, vein health? What is your goal with it? I'd like to hear what you found out about it. And do you still do past life regressions? And how would somebody find out about that? Catherine is a master hypnotherapist, hypnotist, also does past life regressions. Oxygen, phrenic nerve, lung 1, lung 2. CV17. And grounding, focus on the 3 dantian areas in tongue, third eye, connecting to our true selves, mind, body, and spirit. That's spirit. Mind, CV17, as in Chinese. Same character for heart and mind. CV4, Jun Dantian. Okay, and let's make our rounds. See if we missed anyone. Let me know if we did. So, stress. Have you tried resistance breathing? Let me know about that, because that is specifically the relaxator. People use this for panic attack. Don't know how that happened, but so one more round for everyone. So nutritional support for stress, anti-inflammatory foods, herbs would be your friend. Ashwagandha stress care formula is a really good option. High fiber diet, reducing inflammation, which will reduce stress as well. And one more complete round for everyone. Blood flow to the brain. I know the owner of the company for the torch from Soleil Well. If you have any questions, put them in here. I'll forward them directly and she'll respond immediately. So we did do the endometrial and peritoneal. Let me do that again. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Not doing any past life regressions anymore. So just living in the present. Okay. And the torch, yes, I know Kelly Bento. So put in your questions so I can communicate with her directly to get more information. Because there is another person I wanted to, for the ears as well. For brainstem cancer, negatively impacting possibly the vestibular cochlear nerve. And we're going to work on her right now, brainstem. We're going to work on Rachel, Rio, and Luna. And also work on endometrial and peritoneal cancer for Christy. L1 to L5. S1 to S5. Let's work on that. And we also did the anti-cancer specific, which is oxygen. The online directions say how to use it for nose and mouth, but not ears. It's a good question. Rosanna, let me reach out to her directly for dosing. If you want, when I reach out, I can include you if you send me your email. Up to you. And thank you, Sherry, for joining. So endometrial, peritoneal. Yes, tumor and cyst book. I got another copy. They're getting hard to find, so make sure you get your copy. I'm only able to buy them used these days. But for tumors and cysts, oxygen, like oxy powder, high fiber diet, alkaline diet, vitamin C drips if you have them available. Tumors and cysts, especially castor packs. You can read the research from Edgar Casey for removing cysts and tumors as well. A great adjunct to her technique. I'm using the tailbone adjustment technique on ITP and leukemia patients. So let's wrap this up for everyone. Blood flow to the brain stem. Let me grab that email. Rosanna, can you give more detail of exactly what your goal with it is and what you're targeting the ears for? Put that in here and I'll include that. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem. And be as specific as you can, Rosanna. Is this Rosanna Geisen? Command points of the brain stem. Vertebral artery, spinal artery. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So remember, next week I will not be here. It is a holiday. So as a treat, we will be replaying the full moon recording. So, collected settler Rosanna, we can definitely get some more detail on this. Give the exact area of the source of the issue. I'm looking back at the notes here. Auditory tumors on the auditory nerves. Which auditory nerves? Vestibular nerve or cochlear nerve? If you give that detail, if you could give an idea of how deep it is it possible to also do some homeopathic drops in the ears as well? Sometimes feel pressure, okay? C3 for the ears, C3, C4 for Rosanna. I don't think radiation would be a good option because your brain is so close. Have they done a biopsy? Have they identified the type of alleged cancer? Why wouldn't you just use castor oil drops in the ears? Or castor oil drops with DMSO. I would work with someone on that specifically because I just found it might be good for the ears as well. A good remedy for the eyes. It's DMSO and castor oil, and it's applied directly to the eyes. Schwannoma, okay. So let me give you the company with the drops that might be a perfect solution for your ears. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick before we finish, everyone. I think red light therapy and DMSO is a good option. Bella Blur Naturals. This is something good to look at for everyone. Possible remedy for the eyes for everyone today. Let's take a look. This might be an option for your ears. It's good for the eyes. I would imagine that it would be good in the same way for the ears. I would reach out to this company and explain your situation, and I will reach out to Karen Bento for the light therapy, for dosing and the use of the torch, and maybe even get a discount coupon for you. We'll see. I think we can. There may be a discount coupon above, in our list above. So let's work grounding. If this works on the eyes, I can't imagine that it wouldn't work on the ears, but I would reach out to them. This sounds like a good fit for you for the ears. Might even be good for something like tinnitus. And then the light therapy is an excellent option. And the torch is a brilliant device. I've seen this person. We're together on forums. She's amazing. She's actually local to where I am, Massachusetts. Clearing. Let me just grab your email right this second. Qigong for everyone, focus on the area. Put your mind in the area, like your ears or your throat, where you want the healing energy to go, because your mind, yi dao qi, as they say in Chinese, mind will lead the qi. And again, reaching out to Rachel, Rio, and Luna. And Augustina, focusing on the brainstem cancer and vestibulocardiac nerve, hearing, left ear. And make sure we didn't miss anyone on the other side. Nope. Do a clearing to basically entrain the space with healing frequencies. All right, we'll continue to work on this, Joanna, and then let's get more information and definitely move forward. And everyone else, we focused on the eyes, the throat, peritoneum, endometrium, depression, gut, inflammation, all of these things. Wishing you all well, and listen into next week anyway, because you'll get an extra boost. Give me feedback if you feel a difference from this week and next week. I'm sure you will, because it is actually sort of tied to an enhanced morphic field. So thank you very much, and have a great day.